The world was stunned when Manila rejected Washington's $5.5 billion F-16 fighter jet deal. Headlines blared, Philippines grounds U.S. jet deal. On November 28, 2025, the Philippine government confirmed months of speculation it was turning down the U.S. offer of advanced F-16 Vipers. This wasn't just about planes, it was a bold geopolitical move. The deal was supposed to anchor Philippine military modernization and reaffirm U.S.-Philippine ties. For years, the F-16 was seen as the ultimate prize for the Philippine Air Force, a leap into modern air power. Rejecting it signaled a fundamental shift in strategy and national identity. Officials cited fiscal responsibility and strategic pragmatism, insisting this wasn't a rejection of an ally, but a choice for a new path. The message: the Philippines would define its own needs and future. Analysts worldwide scrambled to interpret the move. Was it a snub to the US, a nod to China, or a declaration of independence? The answer was complex, rooted in economics, strategy, and a growing desire for autonomy. The shockwaves from Manila's decision were just beginning to be felt. Southeast Asia's strategic landscape had shifted, not by war or treaty, but by a single powerful no. The world was on notice. The Philippines was charting its own course. The Philippine government's reasons were clear: cost, sustainability, and independence. The $5.5 billion price tag for the F-16s was simply too high for a country balancing defense with urgent domestic needs. The deal included not just jets but expensive training, munitions, and decades of maintenance. Defense planners saw a risk: F-16s could drain the budget, leaving little for the Army, Navy, or Coast Guard. The government wanted to avoid being locked into a single, high-maintenance system. Beneath the numbers was a deeper motive: breaking free from decades of reliance on the U.S. for defense. Relying on one supplier for advanced hardware gives that supplier leverage. True security, leaders argued, means building a self-reliant defense industry. The F-16 deal, with its restrictive technology and U.S.-centric supply chain, threatened to deepen dependency. Instead, the Philippines sought partners willing to transfer technology and help build local capability. The goal: a modern, adaptable, and affordable military, not just prestige hardware. The F-16s offered power, but at the cost of strategic autonomy. In the end, the Philippines chose independence over prestige. The decision was a calculated move to shape its own future. National security, they decided, couldn't be outsourced. Manila's decision sent ripples worldwide. In Washington, disappointment was palpable. This was a blow to U.S. Indo-Pacific strategy. Publicly, officials stressed the alliance remained strong, but privately, there was concern. Allies were asserting their own interests. Southeast Asian neighbors watched with interest. Countries like Vietnam and Indonesia saw Manila's move as a bold assertion of independence. The decision sparked regional debate about the cost of advanced arms and the value of building local defense industries. In Beijing, the news was quietly welcomed. Chinese media framed it as a wise choice for development over an arms race. Any move that created distance between the U.S. and its allies was seen as a win for China. The rejection signaled a more balanced Philippine foreign policy. Globally, the Philippines was no longer seen as a pawn, but as an independent player. The message: partnerships would be on Manila's terms. The world took notice of the Philippines' new confidence. The F-16 rejection became a case study in strategic autonomy. Respect and scrutiny followed from capitals around the globe. The F-16 isn't just a jet, it's a symbol of power and alliance with the U.S. For decades, owning F-16s meant joining the elite club of modern air forces. For the Philippines, acquiring them would have marked a break from outdated equipment and a step toward credible defense. For the U.S., selling F-16s is a tool of foreign policy, binding allies to its ecosystem for decades. The deal was meant to cement the U.S.-Philippine alliance. Rejecting the F-16 was a powerful statement. Old symbols of alliance were no longer enough. The Philippines was redefining partnership, not through hardware, but through mutual respect and shared interests. It was a move away from patron-client relationships toward more equal, diversified cooperation. Turning down such a potent symbol showed confidence. The Philippines chose practical, sustainable capabilities over prestige. The message: true strength is self-reliance, not the emblem on a jet's tail. The country traded the F-16 symbolism for the quiet confidence of independence. A new era had begun. Rejecting the F-16s marked the start of a new defense strategy, self-reliance. The government committed to building a domestic defense industry. The focus shifted from buying finished products to co-production, joint ventures, and technology transfer. Filipino engineers and scientists would now help build and maintain the nation's defense assets. Investment in local research and development became a priority. The vision, a vibrant defense ecosystem that boosts security and creates high-tech jobs. The mantra changed from buy to build. All future deals would require technology transfer, ensuring local capability. The goal: break dependency and create lasting, organic military strength. This is a long-term project, but the commitment is firm. Funds are being channeled into education and industrial infrastructure. The aim: a military equipped with effective, affordable platforms supported by a domestic base. The Philippines is forging its own shield, piece by piece, at home. President Marcos Jr. and his administration are driving a new defense doctrine. The focus has shifted from internal security to external threats, especially in the West Philippine Sea. The strategy balances modernization with economic prudence and diplomatic agility. The goal: a credible, modern, and self-sufficient force. Instead of pouring resources into prestige platforms, the plan invests across all branches: Navy, Air Force, Army, and Coast Guard. The aim is a layered defense that can handle diverse threats without bankrupting the nation. Economic security is seen as the foundation of national security. Defense spending must support, not undermine, development. The doctrine favors practical, sustainable acquisitions. The Philippines seeks to be a capable, reliable partner, not a dependent junior ally. By building self-reliance, the country aims to contribute to regional security as a net provider. The message: a stronger, independent Philippines is a better ally for a free and open Indo-Pacific. The new vision is clear-eyed, pragmatic, and future-focused. The Philippines' military modernization is a marathon, not a sprint. Guided by the revised AFP modernization program, it unfolds in 3 phases: horizons. Horizon 1: rebuilt basic capabilities, light combat aircraft, frigates, helicopters. This phase shifted focus from internal to external defense. Horizon 2, underway now, aims for a minimum credible defense with more advanced systems. The F-16 deal was considered here, but lessons from Horizon 1 emphasized sustainability. Passing on the F-16s was a strategic refinement, not a retreat. Horizon 3 will focus on advanced, locally produced, integrated capabilities. Investments in self-reliance today will pay off in future phases. The phased approach ensures deliberate, sustainable progress. The F-16 decision was a course correction, keeping modernization on an independent path. The journey is methodical, building strength step by step. The goal: a modern, self-reliant defense force. The KAI FA-50 light combat aircraft changed Philippine defense thinking. Acquired from South Korea, the FA-50s marked the Air Force's return to supersonic flight. Delivered on time and on budget, they proved effective and affordable. The FA-50s provided real capability without crippling costs. The program showed that a capable Air Force doesn't require the most expensive jets. FA-50s delivered 80% of the capability for a fraction of the cost of F-16s. They fit the Philippines' needs: air patrol, response, and pilot training. The success made planners question the need for costly, high-maintenance platforms. It also highlighted the benefits of diversifying partnerships beyond the U.S. The FA-50 experience opened doors to other options like Sweden's Gripen, with lower costs and more tech transfer. The psychological dependency on U.S. hardware was broken. The lesson: good enough can be better if it's affordable and sustainable. The FA-50s guided the Philippines toward a smarter, pragmatic modernization path. Rejecting the F-16s isn't isolationism, it's a redefinition of alliances. The Philippines remains committed to its partners, especially the U.S., but seeks a broader, more balanced network. Manila is engaging with Sweden, South Korea, India, Japan, and Australia for new defense cooperation. Diversification is strategic insurance, reducing vulnerability to any single partner. It creates competition for better deals, technology transfer, and industrial cooperation. The alliance with the U.S. is evolving. Joint exercises and maritime security cooperation continue. A self-reliant Philippines is a stronger, more effective ally. This new dynamic strengthens the core of the alliance. The goal: a resilient, modern defense force that protects sovereignty and contributes to regional stability. The path is one of confident, independent engagement, not isolation. By investing in itself and diversifying partnerships, the Philippines is building a future on its own terms. The nation stands ready to meet 21st century challenges as a strong, capable, independent player. The world is watching as the Philippines forges its own destiny.